Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get ready together and go to 20 must-see Korean series. 1. Lovely Runner. Lovely Runner is a fictional romance series in which a famous artist commits suicide and one of his biggest fans mysteriously returns from his high school days and tries to take care of him. And it was shown in 16 episodes in 2024. 2. True Beauty. The drama is about Lim Joo-kyung, a high school student who has always struggled with his looks since he was young. She started wearing heavy makeup to hide her true face. Her excellent makeup skills enhance her beauty and convince others that her beautiful and made-up face is her natural look. This series was shown in 16 episodes in 2020. 3. Snowdrop. It is the story of ordinary people who become victims of the ruler's desire for power. In this work, North Korean spies take South Koreans hostage in a girls' dormitory, but in the end all the residents of this dormitory realize that none of their lives matter to the governments of the two countries. And they try to find a way out of it with their help. This series was broadcast in 16 episodes in 2021. 4. It's Okay to Not Be Okay. The story is about a hard-working man named Moon Kang-tae, whose older brother is autistic, and Kang-tae has to deal with his older brother's problems and misfortunes alone and works for a living. This series was shown in 16 episodes in 2020. 5. Moon Lovers. Moon Lovers series produced in 2016 in 20 episodes in South Korea and in the historical and romantic genre, which tells the story of the reincarnation of a young girl in the Goryeo period and her falling in love with two princes. Princes are for the throne. The name of the series probably refers to the prince's lovers who show attention and affection to Hae-soo Moon. 6. My Name. The 2021 My Name series is in 8 episodes and tells the story of the life of a girl named Yoon Ji-woo. Yoon Ji-woo's father is unexpectedly murdered. After this incident, Yoon Ji-woo wants to take revenge on the person responsible for his father's murder. He works for a drug crime syndicate headed by Choi Mo-jin. 7.
Rookie Cops. This series was broadcast in 16 episodes in 2022. Two young and motivated students decide to enter the National Police University of Korea to become police officers and achieve their dream, but they face many challenges and obstacles. Sung-hyun's meeting with the training corps has some problems. 8. 100 Days, My Prince. This series was shown in 16 episodes in 2018. Lee Yeol, Do Kyung-soo, is a prince whose life is being attempted. His bodyguard switches clothes with the prince, they are attacked while the assassins escape and they both fall off a cliff. When they do, the guard dies and the prince loses his memory and lives for 100 days under a new name and personality, One Duck. He is forced to marry Hong Shim, Nam Ji-hyun, the last girl over 20 in the village. 9. Celebrity. This movie was released on the 10th of 2023. It tells the story of a girl named Suari. Accidentally entering the world of social media and meeting her school friend, Ulman Hae, she tries to understand this world and help others with her own unique ways. In the meantime, there are some who strive for his success and even failure and are still involved in challenging challenges with them. 10. Crash Landing on You. This series has been watched in 16 episodes in 2019. In this series, we follow Yoon Se-ri, a successful businessman from a rich and powerful family who flees North Korea due to a typhoon. A North Korean army officer finds him and tries to hide Yoon Se-ri from his colleagues to help him return to his country. 11. W2 Worlds. This series aired in 16 episodes in 2016. After many efforts, Kang Chol is acquitted of this crime. Depressed by the loss of his family, he decides to commit suicide in the Han River, but is disheartened and decides to find the real killer and dedicate the rest of his life to fighting crime. 10 years later, Kang Chol becomes a multimillionaire. 12. Happiness. This series was broadcast in 12 episodes in 2021. The story of this series takes place in the not-so-distant future of infectious diseases that have turned into human rabies. Set in a newly built apartment in a big city where the upper floors are for general sale and the lower floors are rented out, the set shows subtle psychological warfare and class distinction. 13. Our Blues. This series was broadcast in 20 episodes in 2022. This series tells the bitter and sweet stories and the complicated situation of several families in Jeju Island. Different characters and the twists and turns of each of them's lives are depicted in this series from several angles. 14. Extraordinary Attorney Woo. This series was broadcast in 16 episodes in 2022. This series is about a young and novice lawyer named Woo Young-woo who has autism spectrum disorder. Employed at a large law firm in Seoul, he seems different to his peers due to a communication disorder. He becomes an expert lawyer by solving each case with his ingenuity and intuitive intelligence. 15. Extraordinary You. This series aired in 32 episodes in 2019. Kim Hyun is a 17-year-old student from a wealthy family who suffers from a lifelong heart disease and will soon die. Her fiancé is Baek Kyung, Lee Jae-wook, who is not interested in Dan-oh, so Yoon Dan-oh decides to find her true love. 16. Mr. Queen. This series aired in 20 episodes in 2020. Mr. Queen is a fantasy story with a historical background that tells the story of the ghost of the queen in Old Chosan and a chef in 2020. This transfer creates comical situations, and finally, the chef's ghost succeeds in transforming into the queen's body. The king from an incompetent king to a powerful king in Korean history. 17. The Heirs. This series aired in 20 episodes in 2013. The story of this series is about Kim Tan, Lee Min-ho, the second son of the head of the rich Empire Group. He is always despised by others because he is the child of his father's second wife and tries to hide his real mother from others and introduces himself as the son of his father's official wife. 18. Marry My Husband. This series was broadcast in 16 episodes in 2024. This series is about a 37-year-old woman named Ji-won who is diagnosed with cancer. Meanwhile, Ji-won finds out that his wife and best friend are having an affair. 19. The Mouse. This series was broadcast in 20 episodes in 2021. Mouse follows Officer Young Ba-ram, Lee Sung-ji-I, a steadfast police officer whose life is turned upside down when he encounters a psychotic serial killer. This leads him and his partner, Gu Mo-chi, Lee Hee-jun, to discover the truth behind this psychotic behavior. 20. Business Proposal. This series was broadcast in 12 episodes in 2022. Without knowing his friend, Shin Hari, Kim Se-young, goes on a date instead of his friend with the aim of getting rejected by his friend's potential partner. But when he turns out to be Kang Tae-mo, An Hyo-sup, Shin Hari's CEO, and proposes to her, the plans go awry.